Here we go, mate. Simplicity is divinity. I was looking for a perfect beauty dish mod with honeycomb to go on the AD200 GODOX bearable bed. I've seen every option available, including this obnoxious beast, which I have, which is 3 times as big, costs over $50. It's way too large, and it's too heavy, it's obnoxious, it's overkill. You don't actually need a beauty dish this circumference to be absolutely effective. You just do not. Absolutely do not. I regret getting that, but I'll give it to somebody. So here's what you do. You buy one of these $9 diffuser head reflectors. So this is actually an umbrella reflector, which actually has a little slot in here, which I covered up with silver ducting tape, which is sticky backed aluminum. Just a little tiny hole for the umbrella. So you can get these for like $9. This one was actually $12. I was never going to use it for that fact. But now it mounts, and I've tested it thoroughly. The lighting on it is gorgeous. Onto a regular studio strobe reflector head. Now you can get these as cheap. Now this is a Pulsey buff unit, which is I think like $15. You can get the cheaper units like this on eBay for like $12. So for $22, as opposed to $55, this is way too big. And if you got some honeycomb grids laying around, that'll be an extra $10, so that's $30, still $25 cheaper. Extremely lightweight. I'm just using some hook and loops to attach it. Here you can see. And you don't actually have to do this. I did this for diffusion and to have it act like a beauty dish, because this one actually has an aluminum plate inside, which re-reflects the light back into the parabolic reflector, and then out, of course, around the periphery. You can do the same thing. I just used laminated some tracing paper. The silver side obviously goes towards the bare bulb. It's dead center, and it attaches with hook and loops just like that. It's not lined up perfectly. There we go. Works perfectly. If you don't actually have a laminating machine, which is like the most useful tool in the world, you can buy laminating sheets, like a 5-pack for $5, like $1 a sheet. And of course you get tracing paper at arts and crafts stores. This is brilliant. When I can't find something, it's like, well, sure, you can find it. There it is right there. Yeah, but it's too large. It's too expensive. It's obnoxiously huge and heavy. I'll make it myself, and I'll make it better. So this doesn't weigh anything. And yeah, I can also change out the honeycomb grid spread. This is a 30-degree grid, but I've got 15-degree grids and even wider, so I can make it whatever I want. It works perfectly. I've thoroughly tested out the lighting from this, and works perfectly. You see, I can't buy this. A lot of things people don't seem to realize. When it comes to camera and lenses, you can buy everything. So sure, you can pretty much buy everything today for lighting, which is kind of true. But, you see, I don't want something this huge attached to the bare bulb head, which is going to be on the end of a pole. Not only is this too big and unnecessarily overkill, it also catches too much wind. Don't need that. So think about building one of these yourself. Just use the hook and loop stickies and the hook and loop strips. You know what it's called. This is extremely lightweight. Far, far better than this thing. It's far better than anything you could buy also, so as good as it gets. And DIY for, well, $12 for this, $12 for that, $10 for the reflector, $30. This is essentially free. This is laminated tracing paper. You can see I add the $1 for this, so $55 versus $32. This is perfect. This is not. I think I made my point clear. Been having a lot of fun testing the GODOX unit. I've actually got a gig next week, and I'm going to use this. Yes, indeed. I'm going to use this with this right there. Here we go. Where's the attachment points? There we go. Right there. And thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.